Hey, I'm Nick Byer, welcome to Pocket News for Thursday, the 1st of December. Today on the show, a win for Hello Games and a newborn beats Bloodborne. Happy beginning of summer. The worst part of Australia begins. Alright, here's what's been making headlines, and first up, Hello Games has been cleared of shonky advertising in the UK. Jury's still out here though, someone launched that case. After a 2-month investigation, the Advertising Standards Authority has ruled that the studio did not mislead customers through the No Man's Sky Steam page. Keeping in mind that the Steam store page was not a running voice-to-text stream from Sean Murray's mouth. In a statement on the ASA website, the regulatory body ruled that the page, as an advertisement for the game, did not breach UK advertising codes. Quote, "We considered that the overall impression of the ad was consistent with gameplay and the footage provided, both in terms of that captured by Hello Games and by third parties, and that it did not exaggerate the expected player experience of the game. Quote, we considered that the overall impression of the ad was consistent with gameplay and the footage provided, both in terms of that captured by Hello Games and by third parties, and that it did not exaggerate the expected player experience of the game. We therefore concluded that the ad did not breach the code." The key to clearing Hello Games? Procedural generation, that thing we've all now come to loathe. Based on the game's algorithms, the ASA agreed with the studio's argument that, quote, each user's experience would be very different and, quote, it would be difficult to recreate the exact scenes from the ad. The very thing that got them into this mess in the first place is the thing that got them out of it. It's almost Shakespearean. Since the advertising clearly stated that procedural generation was used, the ASA ruled that consumers would understand that images and videos represented what people could encounter, not what they would. So there you go, riding that line to freedom. And while there's gonna be some people out there who will be very angry with this ruling and they're still out for blood, this coupled with the well-received patch from earlier this week, Hello Games must be feeling pretty good. Well, not pretty good, they just must be feeling again. They've finally drawn their first breath since the game came out a couple of months ago. Moving on, and PlayStation VR is down. Research firm Superdata has made an amendment to its sales predictions for the headset. Earlier this year, the group made the prediction that the PSVR would reach 2.6 million sales by the end of the year. The amended figure? 750,000 as a result of supply inconsistencies and lack of marketing. And I would argue, a lack of fun experiences and solid games. I'm not surprised. Down by 1.9? Not that super data. But Pokémon Sun and Moon is doing well. Building on yesterday's story that Sun and Moon have had a better opening week than any Nintendo game ever in the UK, Nintendo has now come out to report that globally, the game has sold 3.7 million copies in less than 2 weeks. At this point, it is outpacing X and Y, which is sitting at lifetime sales just under 15 million. Onwards and upwards, Poker friends, and my seal, Litten. And also, Rockstar has rolled out a patch for GTA 4. The game has been a nightmare to launch through Steam for a few years now, thanks to Windows upgrades and the death of games for Windows Live. The new patch makes the launch process a lot simpler on modern systems, and it also irons out a few bugs which were symptoms of running on hardware more powerful than the game was initially designed to work on. But here's something that will function exactly how we intend. It's thing of the day. I hope nothing screws up, John.
People...
People always complain about how difficult the Souls games are, and by extension, Bloodborne. But how hard can it really be if a toddler can take on the bosses? Questionable parenting choices aside, good job, little buddy.
Sing, mommy, sing.
You got him, baby. High five. Okay, now you heal. You got a trophy. Jack, you did it.
I did.
Alright, that is it for Pocketeers today. My Pocketeers this afternoon's episode of Pocket does not exist because we've got a few huge games here in the office, but they are all embargoed until next week, so we can't show you, and there's nothing out really worth playing, so go take the day off, spend it with family, friends, enjoy the first day of summer. Tomorrow, I'll be wrapping up my favorite games from October and November. It's gonna be a short episode. Are you a short episode? Let me know in the Pocketeers Facebook group and Steam group. There are links for everything I just said in the description below. Today's Think of the Day graphic was sent in by James Butterworthy. James, thank you for recognizing me as the hero that I am. Until we next assemble my Pocketeers. Nick Boy out. This is the cape. So talk to me about why you are enjoying it, because I've only played about an hour or so so far. I know why I like it, but talk to me what's drawn you in.
Two reasons. One, the combat is quite deep. It's quite messy with the camera, but it's also there's some nice.
Camera's not.
There's some nice strategy to it though, and I'm enjoying the big battles. You know, there's a nice harmony to the combat. From a harmonica.
Oh come on! You set that up. You brought that just in case you said the word harmony.
And also, I quite like how
we're in the
you
den
do all
of
these.
a madman. Are you doing? Is that?
I don't know. The Batman song.
That's another Batman song. That sounded like
I'm pretty sure.
Madman. But the cape's still going. Nicky pretty now, Daddy?